UvaldeRadio.net, your concert station. We are so excited to welcome back to Uvalde County the legendary Jon Wolfe live in concert this Saturday, June 1st at House Pasture in Concan. That's his latest hit single to radio, If I Had a Bar. And you know what? We got Jon Wolfe on the phone right now. Jon Wolfe, what's up?
What's up, dude? How y'all doing?
Man, I'm excited to talk to you. It's been a minute, and you've been super busy, and we're just stoked to have you back in Uvalde County this weekend.
Yeah, man, we love playing House Pasture. It's going to be great to be back. We're excited about it. We encourage folks to get their tickets ahead of time. It's going to be a good night.
Always a blast at House Pasture with the Frio River. Now, admittedly, it's been a little hot, not a whole lot of rain, but enough to at least get the toes in there and get a little wet. Tell me, man, just over the last couple of weeks, it's summer here. Have the shows already started ramping up for the summer season? Yeah,
they have. This year I haven't been touring necessarily as much as I have the past few years. My wife and I are working on our new house that we've moved into, but
awesome.
We've had a lot of big shows. We just did live at Billy Bob's, recorded a live at Billy Bob's album. Of course, we'll be seeing you guys this weekend. In the month of June, I'll be going back to the Grand Ole Opry, which is going to be great. And so yeah, we're staying busy and handling all the honeydews and still making country music and slinging tequila too. So we're just hanging in there.
So now we're going to speak a little bit more in depth about all those things you just brought up. Those are already on my notes. So first of all, you brought up the recording of the new Live at Billy Bob's album. Now, Jon, I love your live records. You've already got 2 live records under your belt. First of all, tell me why you enjoy recording live records. Not a lot of artists do, and not a lot of artists probably should, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the opportunity just kind of, it came up. The folks at Billy Bob's brought up the idea late last year. And, I think it's pretty cool because you can kind of capture a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
They're tough because a lot of artists, including myself, we don't always love to hear the unedited version
Sure.
of what we're doing
mm-hmm.
on stage. But yeah, I had the opportunity for Billy Bob's. It's like I've already done Green Hall and I have it live at Floors. And I thought, man, this would be a great opportunity to kind of do the Triple Crown in Texas. And so,
yeah, the trifecta.
Yeah, so it's going to be cool. We're excited about it. Every live record kind of, You've progressed over time, I guess you could say. So there's a lot of stuff on this live record. This is not just a repeat of the other live records, basically. Right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we haven't captured live, like Some Old Bar in the '90s, or Feels Like Country Music, that type of stuff, and stuff from Dos Corazones will be on there. So we're excited to get it wrapped up, and it's going to be out this fall.
Well, now, tell me this, and to be a little bit more specific. But when you listen back to the Floors recording or the Green Hall recording, are there things that really stand out in your mind, and are there things that you are specifically maybe trying to accomplish that are different for the Billy Bob's recording?
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenge with this being my third live album is to make it unique and different, but mm-hmm. at the same time, there are some things that we sort of that you would find on some of the other live records. You if you've been doing this as long as I have,
right.
There's stuff that your fans want to hear. So you go, okay, I can do a few of these things, but I don't want to make it exactly the same. And we've kind of every live record, I kind of do a couple covers and a few things that's just really specific, for that particular performance. So there's some good stuff on it and some unique stuff, and we've got a lot of editing still to do, but I think it's going to turn out great.
How hands-on are you with the editing? How much of that process are you allowed to, or to be a part of?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hands-on, and I think I'm less so than I used to be.
Mm.
I used to micromanage all of my records. It's like kind of an nth degree, and I'm kind of letting them breathe a little bit more now. But kind of where it's sitting right now is it's on my plate currently, and just listening through, what songs would make the record, because you're not going to put the whole show on on the album, so it's just one of those things, and we'll hopefully have it wrapped up here in the next month or so, and we'll start sort of announcing that sometime in August or September.
Well, that's awesome, because those Live at Billy Bob's records are some of my favorites. They do such a great job of putting those out, and it's just neat to see, to go to your favorite, honky tonk like Billy Bob's and actually pick up a CD. You don't see that too often anymore. Yeah. One last question regarding the live record. You mentioned how it's kind of like a time stamp as far as you, the band, goes. But over the now 3 live records, how has the band evolved? How many differences are there from maybe the first live record to the third one? And how has that changed the overall, I guess, delivery of the live music?
Well, when you're, in terms of my band guys, a lot of times, you have a lot of changes in your band over the years, number one. So this is a totally different band than the last live record.
Sure.
Which is cool for them because, some of my guys are younger in the business or younger in the industry, I guess you could say. And so this was a first for some of these guys.
Exciting. Yeah.
To cut a live record. So, but the guys I have playing for me right now, they've been with me for a few years, so you've probably seen them on stage, and they're really great, man. It's a great band.
Again, we got Jon Wolfe on the phone. He's performing back here in Uvalde County this Saturday, House Pasture in Concan. Get those tickets online at housepasture.com. Don't miss the show, of course, Uvalde Radio. We've got chances to win some free tickets coming up throughout the week. All right, John, you kind of alluded that you've been in the business for a while. If I'm not mistaken, 2024 marks 20 years since the release of your first album. Am I correct there?
Well, no.
Your first one wasn't 2004?
Well, yeah, you're right. My first attempt at an album. It's kind of out of print
sure.
now. But the first little thing I made was 20 years ago, and I always look at any night. I'm sorry. It All Happened in a Honky Tonk as sort of being my first sort of commercial, album that started to get some traction for me. So I always point to that one, and that's now 14 years old, I would say, right? 2010.
Yep.
So, yeah, it has been a minute, and, and it's a lot of things have changed. Of course, the landscape of music is constantly changing, and seen a lot of things come and go, but I'm proud to still be making music and touring and entertaining fans and having fun at it.
Man, fantastic. And we love it every time you come back around and do your thing. So I know, because we've been talking, off and on for years about these shows, and it's just been great watching you just keep going and just keep doing things like we're talking about heading back to the Opry, man. Let's go and talk about the Grand Ole Opry. Always an honor to go play that thing, and tell me how jazzed you are about June 21st.
Well, you're always nervous. I was terribly nervous the first go around, and I've already started getting nervous for this one. I think it's just a really cool thing that we get to do, and of course my guys are all looking forward to it, and it's a little tougher this time around to figure out what songs we're going to sing. They only give you 2 or 3 songs, right. So there's that, and it's just kind of an honor to be able to go do it, and it's definitely a reality check because there's a lot of amazing singers and songwriters and musicians that are hanging out within those walls, so it definitely makes you feel puts you in your place pretty quick, I guess you could say. So we're excited to continue that relationship and get back and step on the circle. Now,
it sounds like you haven't kind of fully decided yet, but if you had to go on stage right now, which 2 or 3 songs would you be performing at the Opry?
That's the $1 million question. I have no idea. And that's kind of as music has changed, where artists aren't necessarily only playing their current single, and I'm really not. I haven't sent songs out to mainstream country radio, so we're not sort of necessarily pushing a certain song.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play the Opry, you just might find something that fits the Opry really well, you know.
Right.
So, feels like country music is something we've thought about, and when the good old boys age out is something that we've thought about.
Cool.
So somewhere in there, we're probably my first time on the Opry was definitely more kind of slow songs, emotional songs. And I think we'll probably keep the tempo up on this go around.
All right, right on, man. That's awesome. Again, June 21st, Jon Wolfe at the Grand Ole Opry. Man, that's exciting stuff. All right, so you mentioned, the tequila. We got the Juan Lobo tequila out there. We'll go and mention this right now. As far as I know, this Saturday, I believe is it 3 o'clock? You'll be at Compadres doing a bottle signing and maybe taking some photos before the show Saturday. So everybody make plans to be out there. It's right there at Andy's on River Road. Compadres is a liquor store located inside there. So, but I do understand that you recently inked a deal. You had some more distribution for the tequila. Get us caught up on that.
Yeah, initially we were with Republic in the state of Texas, and the Reyes Beverage Company it's the nation's largest beer distributor, but they've gotten into distributing distilled spirits. So we got a great opportunity with them. We feel like it was a little better fit for us, being that we're a small tequila brand, and we're really excited. There's a lot more to that to come down the road as we develop out our distribution statewide with Reyes, but we're really excited about the opportunity. They seem to really be passionate about Juan Lobo tequila, and we're just happy to be working with them. The ceiling is sort of unlimited with the Reyes Beverage Group. You can, they can take you to nationwide distribution. So hopefully we'll see Juan Lobo really growing in the next few years.
Well, now, John, as the Juan Lobo tequila brand continues to take off and go new places, like you said earlier, you've always been kind of I don't want to say control freak, but you've always been very hands-on with you and your products. Yeah. Are you finding that you're having to let go a little bit more as this thing kind of takes off?
Well, we're trying. We're trying to get to that point. We're hopefully as tequila companies are really expensive, and we've been lucky to have some great investors along the way. But we're going to be raising more money for the brand later this year, and as we do that, the hope and the goal is to staff the company to where I don't have to necessarily be in the middle of it all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely challenging, and there are days I kind of think to myself, why the heck did I start a tequila? But but it's great tequila. The brand is really great. I love it. I've kind of fought through some tough years with it, and so we're hoping that we can kind of just continue to grow it and build the team, and I won't have to necessarily do as much as I have been, so that's the key, is to try to delegate and grow your team,
It is a great brand, so I'm sure that part of that takes care of itself. I know I've got 2 bottles on hand. I'm going to get my 3rd on Saturday. For those who are interested, tell me how do one of these bottle signings typically go? What can we expect if we head over to Compadre Saturday afternoon for the Juan Lobo tequila, bottle signing and whatnot?
Well, they're pretty mellow. I just kind of hang out, talk tequila. I'm passionate about the brand and how we make tequila and the history of the brand. And so usually I'm hanging out, signing bottles, talking tequila, having a few sips of tequila. So it's a lot of fun, and it's something that we've done quite a bit of since we launched Juan Lobo in different locations, be it Austin or San Antonio or, Dallas or Fort Worth. We've done a lot of these bottle signings, and it's just kind of it's just a cool time to just hang out and chat about things Music sometimes, but mostly tequila.
Well, very good. Again, that bottle signing is this Saturday, 3 o'clock at Compadres right there by Andy's on River Road, just like a mile or two down the road from the House Pasture venue. And again, the concert, of course, is this Saturday night, House Pasture, Concan. Get those tickets now at housepasture.com. Listen to Uvalde Radio to win some for free. All right, John, I know we're taking up a lot of your time, and I know you need to get back soon, but we can't talk about Jon Wolfe without bringing up your lovely wife, Amber. I know she's your partner in crime and is a backbone, of your whole business thing. Give a shout out to Amber. Tell us what she's up to and get us caught up there.
Yeah, well, she's doing great. She's also wearing lots of hats. So she's, of course, really involved in the music and tequila. And we got lots of projects happening at our house right now. So we're kind of DIYing it. And that's what we like to do on our time off. But she's doing great. She's happy and busy, but happy. And we're headed to Cabo next month as well. So she's looking forward to this little jet out to the Baja, but she's doing great, man. Thanks for asking about it.
Absolutely. And before we wrap it up, John, what else is going on for the summer? I mean, we're just kicking it off. We just had Memorial Weekend. We got a full summer ahead of us. Outside of working on the live record, any other cool, whether it's festivals or tour dates or anything you're excited about in the next few months?
Just more music. We've got a lot of songs in the can in the studio, and I think we're going to be kind of focused on getting that together to maybe a full-length album release next year.
Ooh.
So really just, working the new studio stuff, getting it all right, and of course working Juan Lobo Tequila, and we're just looking forward to having a great rest of the year.
Well, I got to say this, John, and we've talked about this before, but I do love hearing that you're thinking about putting another full-length record out, and not enough of you guys still do that, and I've always just appreciated and respected the fact that you tend to put your music out in package form, which I think is just the right way to do it. I mean, like you said earlier about the live records, it's kind of a timestamp, a group of songs, and I want you to know that me as a fan, and I think many will agree, we love that about what you do. So thank you so much on that.
I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you.
Well, let's go talk about the new single. We'll get that on, and we'll let you go. You do have a new song out to streaming. It's called "What a Cowboy Was," if I'm not mistaken. That is your latest release. Give us a little intro as to what a cowboy was is about.
Well, "What a Cowboy Was" is written by one of my good friends, Tony Ramey and Kelly Kenning, and I've always loved the song. Just thought it was great, and my producer really did a great job of kind of putting our little stamp on the sound. And it's not, I'm not historically I don't sing a lot of cowboy songs, but this was one I just really identified with. We put it out as a single, so it's not necessarily attached to an album. It kind of just lives right now. But yeah, we're really proud of it. It's got a great message. We encourage people to go check it out, stream it. Anywhere you can stream music, it's all out there.
Well, right on. We're going to play it right now. Y'all find out more about Jon Wolfe at JonWolfeCountry.com. That's JONWOLFE Country.com. And here it is, What a Cowboy Was. This is brand new Jon Wolfe on UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, sir.